Can you not? I'm trying to film some trendy content for YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to today's video. I'm so excited that you're here with me, and I have some really exciting things to share with you. Today we're going to be talking about why you're not losing fat, like 4 hidden mistakes that I have fallen victim to, that I see my clients fall victim to, and I just want to help you out here. So let's dive into this. I think that a lot of times, like, clients will come to me, I've even gone to my coach and have gotten down on myself and what was or is a fat loss journey. Because you may feel like you're doing everything you possibly can to lose weight, and it can get really defeating when things that we use as estimators, like tracking our nutrition and the scale, aren't really reflecting what we think they should reflect, right? So let's get a little bit into that. Sometimes people will come to me and they will tell me, a lot of times it boils down to one of 3 things. I can't lose fat because I'm genetically predisposed to be this size and to be this weight. I can't lose fat because my metabolism is slow or damaged, or my metabolism is broken, which you can't break. Or 3, I can't lose fat because of my age. I'm too old. This is metabolically where I'm at now. It's too hard for me to lose the fat. And that's just like, you know, there are factors at play, and there's merit in some of that, but that's not a reason to give up. Like, we can totally break through that. Anyone can break through that. And so I'm here today to share with you some of the hidden mistakes that I was making and that I noticed that clients were making before beginning with me, that are super easy to avoid and can be corrected as long as they're brought to our attention. So I'm here to spill the beans. Get ready for it. Number 1, underestimating intake. So underestimating intake means unknowingly untracking little bites of things, right? Like, you go downstairs, like, oh, I'm just gonna have a little bit of granola, untracked. Oh, I'm gonna put some peanut butter on my sandwich and then just like take an extra spoonful and lick that, untracked. And that stuff adds up. So speaking from experience, I wasn't tracking untracked bites and nibbles of things, and I tracked them for 3 days straight, and I was underestimating my calories each day by 300 to 400 calories. So all of that stuff adds up. Another way that people can sometimes underestimate their calories is unknowingly eating seemingly healthy foods and logging them as something similar, or not logging them because they don't think that it matters, when essentially, you know, they might be healthy foods, but they add up too. For example, acai bowls. Acai bowls or oatmeal bowls with peanut butter and granola. Like, I'm not saying don't eat it. There's good stuff in there too. But they can be 700 or 800 calories. Like, that is something that you should be mindful of and you should be logging, because it's part of your intake. But seriously, don't feel alone in that. Like, I literally read a blog post the other day about how over 50% of dietitians in a study underestimated their calories. So, like, even dietitians, people that are pros at diet, have underestimated calories. We all fall victim to it. It's just important to be mindful. So, with that being said, how do I educate and coach my clients on this? I tell my clients to just take the extra 5 minutes and accurately measure out foods, right? Use a food scale or measure out things, and literally you don't even have to stick to it forever. Do it for like a week, just so you can get in the habit and be mindful of what portion sizes really are that you're logging, so that they're accurate, right? So that the work that you're putting in logging food is gonna be working for you, as opposed to spending the time to log something when it's really inaccurate, and then your fat loss just stalls because you're not really losing fat. You're probably eating in a surplus. I can recommend some easy tracking apps. Lose It and MyFitnessPal are great. They're so easy to use. But seriously too, like, don't forget about hidden calories, right? Like sometimes there's calories in, you know, vegetables when we go out to a restaurant, because there's calories in vegetables, but like a lot of calories. Butter, for example, that's a huge thing. You have to track stuff that's dense like that into your tracking app. Butter, oil in your pan, condiments are huge. Like a Chick-fil-A sauce can have 150 or 200 calories. So all of that stuff factors in. Number 2 mistake, not weighing yourself accurately. And I speak about this because I was a victim of this. And what I mean by that is weighing yourself sporadically throughout the month. Like, oh, hey, I haven't weighed myself in a while. I probably should go weigh myself. You're setting yourself up for defeat. And the reason being is because, like, even my own weight can fluctuate literally 3 to 5 pounds throughout a day. So I may weigh myself on a Wednesday and be 5 pounds heavier than what I really am because of external factors, right? Like a cycle, water retention, body recomp. I'll get into that a little bit. But there's so many things, stress, sleep, that can affect weight gain that, you know, A, it's not linear, and B, weighing yourself sporadically is just, it doesn't consider all the other factors that could be at play. So you want to really be mindful of following trends. So following, is your weight tracking up? Is your weight tracking down? Is your weight maintaining? And so, you know, with only one weigh-in a week, like, you can be severely, severely misled. So how do you avoid this? How do I coach my clients on this? I tell my clients to weigh themselves first thing in the morning when they get up, after they've gone to the bathroom and before they've eaten anything, right? So the weight of food doesn't factor into their scale weight. Track this number, write it down on your phone, write it down on a notebook, and take a weekly average of it. And then compare that weekly average to the previous weekly average to assess kind of where you are in your progress. It's as simple as that. Easy as cake. Number 3, overestimating and eating back the calories that you've burned. So what this means is we will do a really hard workout. I've been there. I was there today. And you'll get home and you will want to eat a cow, but you can't eat a cow. I'm not saying don't refuel yourself. Absolutely refuel yourself after a workout. And I will do a video on that. But don't be silly about it, right? Like, be mindful of what you're refueling yourself with. Don't go to the gym, put all this hard work in, and then leave and go to Starbucks and get a banana nut loaf and a cake pop and a super sugary coffee, right? Like, you just defeated the whole purpose of your workout. So, with that being said, I will say this probably every single YouTube video that I do. In order to lose weight, you have to be in a caloric deficit, which means that you're consuming less than you're burning. And then one more time for the people in the back. A caloric deficit means you're consuming less than you're burning. So, a lot of times people overestimate how much weight they're really or how much calories they're really burning in the gym. And a huge issue with tracking how many calories you're burning in the gym are these things. Like, these are so inaccurate. The best way to really gauge how many calories you're burning in a strength training session is like a heart rate monitor that straps here. But honestly, even then, they can be inaccurate. You're probably burning, I would say, anywhere from 200 to 300 calories in a typical strength training session. Now there's afterburn, and then your body like repairs itself. There's so many different things that go in at play in terms of burning calories that also like aren't tracked on this or tracked in the gym. But just be mindful of overestimating that, and then also of overeating back the calories that you think that you burned. And another thing too is cardio machines. Like, all of those largely overestimate how many calories you're burning by 30 to 40%. So if you're on the treadmill or something, use a heart rate monitor. Like, please don't look at the elliptical calories. Like it's way higher than what you're probably burning. How do you avoid this, right? Stick to a weekly workout routine and a daily calorie intake for the week. So get your macros, get your workout split, and stay consistent with it. Like, I promise that will work. Knowing how much you're eating every day, knowing how much you're training every day, and then just maintaining that. And then keep track, while you're maintaining that, of your average weekly weight. And if it's not tracking or trending in the direction you want it to go, then either increase your cardio or decrease your calories. Cake. Easy money. All right, last thing here. Number 4. You're failing to recognize that you're going through a body recomp. And I'm a victim to this. Like, honestly, I admit I'm guilty. Guilty as charged, right? Like, the scale literally may stay the same or it might go up, but that doesn't mean that you're not losing fat. So a body recomp essentially means that you're recomposing the things that make up your body, right? That comprise our body. So water might go up when you go through a body recomp because your muscles hold on to water. You literally might be building muscles and putting on weight. You might be losing fat. So just because the scale is trending up, just because the scale is maintaining, does not mean that your body is not changing and changing in a good way. If you're coming back from time off from the gym, or if you just started prioritizing like your nutrition and your training, it's very likely that this will happen to you, that you're going to go through a body recomp. And that's a good thing, but it's just something to keep in the back of your mind that like the scale isn't always the best indicator of if fat is coming off or if muscle is going on. And like, you could lose 2 pounds of fat, but you could have also put on 2 pounds of muscle. So how do you avoid this? How do you make sure that that's really what's happening? Prioritize measuring progress in other ways other than the scale. Like, yeah, the scale is an indicator, but that's just one indicator. So take measurements. If you're losing fat, oftentimes you're gonna lose it from areas where fat is stored. Take measurements of your arms, your thighs, your midsection, right? Like your hips. Look at your face. Your face is gonna change if you're losing fat. And keep track of your strength in the gym. If you're getting stronger, muscles are growing. Like, they kind of go hand in hand. And then take progress pictures. I think that that's been the biggest determinant for me, is like going back and recognizing like the scale has gone up, but my clothes are still fitting relatively the same and muscle is going on. I can see it in the pictures that I take. Like, you will not see it day to day because you see your body every day, but you will see it in progress pictures over time. Like, it's incredible to watch your body change like that. So with all that being said, I want to thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing up for you. Thank you for supporting my channel. Make sure you like, comment your what you were most surprised about. That's what I want to hear. Comment if you have any questions or any video ideas that you want me to speak about. And subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm so excited to get this community growing on here and for all the exciting things that I have planned for you. Until next week, guys. See you later.